Hello, in today's lessons we will talk about altcoins and tokens. Let's begin. So first we have to figure out what crypto and blockchain networks are. So for example, let's take Bitcoin network. So the point and the functions we have on Bitcoin's blockchain is maintaining an accurate historic ledger of transactions, validate new transactions, add those transactions to the historic ledger, issue new bitcoins, and allow wallets to spend and receive transactions. So in total, it means that what only thing you can do with blockchain of Bitcoin, you can receive and send your bitcoins. And also you can earn new bitcoins by mining them. Now let's take a look on the Ethereum network. It has all of the same functions that Bitcoin do, but also it has smart contracts. We'll talk about them a bit later. And also they've changed their consensus algorithm, so now it works on the proof of stake. We'll talk about this in a few seconds. So consensus algorithms. This is the program that's used in the blockchain system to achieve distributed agreement about the ledger state. So generally speaking, this is the process of generating new blocks in the blockchain by doing specific tasks. For example, there are a lot of types of consensus algorithms. The most popular ones are proof of work and proof of stake. So Bitcoin works on the proof of work consensus algorithm. This is the process when you're using your computer power to solve mathematical problem and find the number to generate the next block. So it has its own pros and cons. For example, this is very high energy consuming. And proof of stake on the other side, it requires you only to stake your tokens in the pool. So you might have a chance to validate a new block and receive your reward for creating it. Also, there are a lot of types of the blockchain consensus algorithms. You can read about them on the websites. There are a lot of information in the internet. But you have to notice that all of the consensus algorithms have their vulnerabilities. For example, proof of work consensus algorithm have 51% attack vulnerability. For example, if all of the miners one of the miners will have 51% of the computing power, he can create his own blocks. For example, he can create transactions that haven't existed. On the other hand, proof of stake also has the same problem. If there is going to be a person who owns a lot of tokens of the network, he may create his own transactions. Now let's talk about smart contracts. They were firstly implemented on the Ethereum network. So in general, smart contracts are self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement between buyer and seller being directly written into lines of code. So on the blockchain, smart contracts, this is a specific type of smart contract that operates on the networks. There are self-executing contracts that are stored on a blockchain and automatically execute when certain predetermined conditions are met. Let's look at an example. Let's say we have a person who owns Ethereum on the Ethereum network. So also we have smart contract. All smart contracts, mostly called decentralized applications or dApps. So he wants to change his Ethereum to the Bitcoin. So he can use this decentralized application or smart contract to create. Actually, decentralized application. This is just a bunch of smart contracts. So he offers his Ethereum to the Uniswap. This is how this decentralized application called, and receives back his bitcoins wrapped on the Ethereum network. So he can change those bitcoins on the other tabs and transfer his bitcoin on the Ethereum network back to the Bitcoin network. This is how smart contract works. Now let's talk about altcoins. Altcoins can have different mining protocols, transaction processing speed, and unique features. Generally speaking, altcoins, this is just a token. Generally speaking, altcoins are just a cryptocurrency of the network. For example, on the Ethereum network, we have Ether as their local currency. So to do any transactions, to interact with the decentralized applications, you have to pay fees. They're called gas. And all of the fees you have to pay them in Ether. So this is what altcoins are. Usually when you see any altcoin, it means that they have their own network. Let's talk about tokens. People are usually confused. What's the difference between altcoins and tokens? So the difference is not that big. But tokens, there are units of value or digital assets that exist on a blockchain. So it means that they don't have their own blockchain. Tokens is just a smart contract. So for example, if we have any decentralized application, as being said Uniswap, they have their own token called Uni. They don't have their own network, but still they have their tokens to participate in the life of the project. For example, if you would have Uni tokens, you would be able to stake them and participate in the future updates and be a part of the government there. Now let's mention also a very important and useful tool for every crypto traders and people who are interested in the blockchain technologies. This is CoinMarketCap. So that's how the CoinMarketCap main page looks like. There are a lot of useful tools here you can find. For example, you can look on the top cryptocurrencies. It's going to be right on the main page. For example, the first cryptocurrency right now, this is Bitcoin. And we can see a lot of useful information here, like price changing in different time periods, market capitalization, volume of trades per day, and circulating supply. This is not tool only for the traders. Also, you can get a lot of useful information here. For example, let's look on the Ethereum. You can find the address of the contract here. Actually, you can find address of all contracts here. Yeah, on the different networks. So there's gonna be a lot of useful links. Source code. So if you're interested to make your own applications, you can go to the Ethereum website here. Also, you can read white papers of the new projects, because if you are interested in researching any new projects, this is important part to find the white papers. And it has a short definition of the project, for what purpose it was created, and all that stuff. I can assure you that you're gonna use this site very often.